How did participating with YCU help me change my process of writing? It helped me to write without thinking. It helped me to not be critical when it comes to just writing and brainstorming. I think the beauty in writing is that we write without thinking, and we kind of go from there, and it turns out to have a certain rawness to creating something beautiful. So it definitely helped me to be a lot more free.
A big thing that I've learned during YCU is to just do it, and to recognize that whatever I do, whatever I put on paper, or whatever I create has worth.
It has informed me as an artist because it has allowed me to, because my background as a designer, I'm mostly working towards other people's visions, and I love it. But joining YCU allowed me to create my own visions, and to really speak as an individual artist.
YCU really helped me to be less precious about my writing. Start before I'm ready, not care if it's not good, not edit as I write. Really helped me separate writing from editing and understand that those are two separate things. And just like in the rehearsal room, I know as an actor I need to be open to trying things and trying many different ways and not landing on something right away. And that is kind of like the writing or the generosity of creation. And then the editing comes later. The details, the specificity, the repetition. But to do both at the same time diminishes both.
I mean, it definitely demystified some of it. I think Jesse's big thing is well, just write it, just do it, and worry about the rest later. And I think that sort of inverted my process a lot. I think sometimes I think a lot, or I might plan a lot, or I feel like I have to go in with a plan. And yeah, I think being the YCU sort of flipped that on its head, which I think that's been really useful.
Jesse really hammers home that every writer should be writing about 15 minutes every single day, which is really tough, and I can't say I'm perfect at keeping up with that routine, but I'm getting a lot better at it, and I think it's really changed my perspective, because I think now I not only look at writing as an art form, but Jesse has really helped me view it as a discipline, and I need to discipline myself in order to succeed and in order to really get my ideas on paper. And I definitely think that has been one of the biggest changes I've seen since getting involved in YCU.
Every time I do accomplish 15 minutes, I'm like, wow, so much came out, which I love. Also, it's definitely influenced my ability to receive feedback. I feel like it helped me a lot in just being able to be less precious about my work, and just showing it to people early on, getting feedback, working on it, that it doesn't have to be this intense, dramatic thing to work with people and rework your stuff,
I didn't really have much of a process before. I think that's the big part of it. I mean, I hadn't really written anything fictional in a really long time. So I didn't really have a process for playwriting or anything.
I had no process. I didn't know anything about playwriting. I have a background in acting and in physical theater. So I think I had like a lot of like impulses and instincts inside of my body, but I didn't know how to put that into words.
I left YCU feeling a lot more comfortable about the idea of like seriously pursuing writing as a career and as a professional thing to follow, as opposed to before YCU, where I just kind of felt a little bit more aimless and didn't really know where I was supposed to start with everything. So that was definitely something that changed a lot about YCU, was me visualizing myself as a professional artist, and especially looking like taking Canada Council grants and stuff like that seriously, and kind of like reframing myself that way. And the other big thing is Jesse is really big on this kind of idea of finding meaningful moments in your work. He really loves moments, and that really helped me because before YCU I was a very big picture thinker.
Participating in the Young Creators Unit changes my process because it kind of forces you from week to week to week to describe your story again and again and again. So it forces you to kind of come up with new words and new pitch phrases and new descriptors, and you're receiving different descriptors of other people's work as they evolve throughout the year as well. So I would say that I was informed by that work because I always wanted to make sure that I went into a meeting with like goals in mind. I knew where the blank spaces were. I knew where I would go into a workshop and I would want to like fill in this gap in the story or like explore this motif more. And yeah, the Young Creators Unit spends a lot of time letting you explore like specifically what theater can do for your story. Like, even though this is a very digital era and we're doing everything on our damn phones and on the screens and stuff, like, it's important to remember that you can write with lighting design in mind. You can write with sound trickery in mind, and puppetry and costume reveals and all these beautiful devices that are so unique to theater. And making sure that you know that that's available to you